What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, I have your top stocks to watch for this trading week. But real quick, before hopping into the video, as always, if you guys do find value in this video, make sure to smash that like button as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. But without further ado, let's hop into the video. And if you guys did not see my SPY and QQQ market update, definitely make sure you guys go and watch that. That link will be down in the description. Gives my overall view on what to expect going into the market next week, all my levels on SPY and QQQ, high probability rejects, bounces, and so much more. So that link will be down in the description. Now, as far as the top stocks to watch for this trading week, the very first one that I'm going to be watching is going to be ON. Now, with ON, as we can see, this thing is trading up here at these highs. It has now rejected this area 4 times as resistance from 87.50 all the way down to like 87.2. So what I'm going to be looking for is 2 different scenarios. One, we break through. If that's the case, I'm looking to day trade the momentum to the upside. The semiconductor sector is very, very hot right now. So I will be looking to day trade this again if we break above these highs, trade a little breakout. But also on top of that, you can see that ON is squeezing on the weekly, the monthly, and the 3-day. If you guys don't know how to use the TTM squeeze, I will be leaving a link down in the description for that. But if I'm going to be swing trading ON, I want to see a pullback down to that 3-day 21 and 34 EMA. If it is able to do that and find support, I will definitely be looking for a long call position. Probably play, I don't know, next month's $85 calls, depending on liquidity, where the liquidity is. That'll determine the strike price that I end up swinging. But really liking this 3-day setup for a potential swing, only if it pulls back down to this area. So that is the first stock I am watching. The next stock that I'm going to be watching is going to be VMware. So if we zoom out to the monthly, this is something that I just want you guys to continue to keep your eye on, because there is a good chance that this monthly squeeze will fire to the upside. I talked about VMware a lot last year for this monthly squeeze, and it finally looks like it's about to release to the upside. So as we can see, we kind of had this little symmetrical triangle right here on VMware. It's holding that monthly 21 and 34 EMA. Light blue squeeze, orange dot, which is signaling that this is more than likely about to fire up. So I'm going to be watching this, 1 for leaps and 2 for a long-term position. So playing the equity pretty much with hopes to take it back up into these highs and possibly even higher if this monthly orange dot squeeze does fire up. So if you're looking for a long-term position, definitely keep a very close eye on VMware. Now, the next stock I'm going to be watching is going to be Apple. If we zoom out to the daily time frame on Apple, if it is able to clear these highs right here at this 176.40 area, there's a pretty good chance that it just goes and it retests the all-time highs at 182.94. There's not too much resistance blocking it on the way up. So for Apple, I'm going to be looking to day trade this if it is able to clear that 176.44 and pretty much just play the momentum to the upside and look to take it back up into this 183 area. Now, the next stock I'm going to be watching is going to be AMD. AMD is very, very strong to the upside. So if it does continue, I will be looking to trade the upside momentum. But the only reject area that I have on watch for AMD is at this 132.26. So if it's able to get up there, I will be looking for a reject. If it's not able to get up there and it just starts pulling back down to the downside, then I'll be looking to trade the puts. And then we do have this gap right here from 115.8 all the way down to 108.9. So 2 different scenarios could play out on AMD. We'll be watching both of them very, very closely. Now, the next stock, NVDA. On Friday, I told everybody to watch NVIDIA for a 375.55 bounce. And as you see, came right down, bounced right off of that area and continued to the upside. So with NVIDIA, I have a feeling that they're just going to go ahead and test 400 during market hours. If that's the case, I'm going to be looking for a reject up at 400. If NVIDIA does start pulling back, I will watch these other Fibonacci retracement areas as potential support or bounces. 360.75, 348.78. Obviously, that's going to take a while to get down there because we're trading up at 390. But these are other potential bounces. And then if NVIDIA is able to break through 400, the next price target I have is 411.3, which is going to be a Fibonacci extension from the all-time high, the previous all-time high, down to this low point right here. I'll be looking for 411.3. And then if it blasts right through there, I mean, I don't have another price target until all the way up at 493.76. So mainly 411.3 is going to be the price target, and then I would like to see a pullback on NVIDIA. Now, the next stock I'm going to be watching is going to be Costco. What's going to be very important is going to be this monthly close. So again, if you're looking for a longer term position, maybe a leap, this is definitely something you want to keep an eye on. Monthly squeeze, orange dot squeeze, holding structure of that monthly 21 EMA. If it is able to get a monthly candle close above this trend line right here, then I will be looking for further continuation to the upside on Costco, get that monthly squeeze to fire up, and then maybe in the future it could retest this high up here at 612.27. So again, if you're looking for long-term equity or a leap, I would definitely keep a very close eye on Costco. I believe the end of the month is on Tuesday. So depending on how this monthly candle closes on Tuesday, that'll determine if I do want to look for long-term equity on Costco. Now, the next stock that I'm going to be watching is going to be on Meta. Again, if we zoom out to the monthly time frame, we can see that Meta is getting very close to the 61.8% retracement at 271.17. So if I'm going to be looking for a reject, it's going to be right up there. And then to be honest with you, if it blows through that 271.17, I mean, I don't have much resistance until this 296 area and then 300 psychological support and resistance. So if it blasts through 271.17, I'm looking for the continuation. As far as downside, I mean, really not too interested. If anything, I'm going to start breaking it down and using smaller time frame Fibonacci retracements for potential bounces, but not really interested in the puts right here until we get up to the reject area again at 271.17. Now, the next stock I'm going to be watching is going to be Boeing. I know, I can't believe Boeing's on the list, but I do really like this weekly setup that we got going on Boeing. Again, holding structure of that weekly 21 and 34 EMA. Got a nice stochastic buy signal. It's in a little bull flag right here. So what I'm going to be watching is for Boeing to break above that bull flag for the continuation, get the weekly squeeze to fire up, and then take us back into these highs right here. Depending on the weekly candle close, maybe we tap that 21 EMA again and we get a candle that looks like this. I will be looking to start a potential swing trade position. So again, keeping a very close eye on this. If it starts breaking below that weekly and 21, if it starts breaking below the weekly 21 and 34 EMA, the weekly squeeze is more than likely going to fire down at that point. But as of right now, more interested in the upside on that weekly squeeze. Now, the final stock that I'm going to be watching is going to be Shopify. Looking at Shopify, you can see we're kind of getting this little weekly bull flag right here. 1, 2, 3 candles of consolidation after a large bodied green candle. Break it down to the daily. It's holding that 21 and 34 EMA. So if it's able to continue to hold this area and it's able to break above that weekly flag, I will be looking for the continuation on Shopify. If the market does get weak and Shopify starts to break below 53.88, I'm going to look to short it down into 50 psychological support. And then after that, we could look to take it all the way down to 47.97. But that is going to wrap up my top stocks to watch for the week. So as always, if you guys did find value in this video, make sure to smash that like button as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. Everybody have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.